everyone, my name is Vina, aka Miss WC Reader, and welcome welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another reading vlog. So it's officially fall, and it is fucking freezing outside still. I hate it. It's actually raining pretty heavy right now. It's rained yesterday, today, possibly tomorrow. Thursday is looking good though. I'm supposed to travel to Philadelphia, so I was praying for good weather and hopefully I can see some interesting stuff. It's been a while since I've been to Philadelphia, so I'm really looking forward to that. But reading has not been that fun for me for the past couple of weeks. So in the past week, DNF'd 3 books. I just could not. Tried again with The Final Strife. I don't care about this main character, like the way the book starts with the main character just walking around high for multiple chapters on end when we know nothing else about her. It's not entertaining. It doesn't endear me to her. If I wanted to read about high people, if I wanted to follow somebody getting high, I live in a city. There's ample opportunity around here. So I'm just it's not entertaining to me, especially when I have no connection to care about her and her struggle. And honestly, where the book started, the first 4-ish chapters were just a complete waste, and it could have actually started on chapter 5 and had the same effect. So I was just I'm putting this aside. Might try to read it one more time, but not this year. I think next year might be a little bit better to give that another chance, because I heard it's really good if you push past it, but then I've also heard mixed things where they said it doesn't get good till the 85% mark, and there's too many books out here to waste time reading a book that is pointless because it's setting up a series. So then I tried to read, around the same time I tried to read How to Succeed in Witchcraft. Made it to 7 chapters, and I just felt in the author's mind, the Black experience meant white people being racist towards you, because every single chapter had our main character talking about white micro or macroaggressions that happen mostly off page and relating it back because to a because I'm Black type of thing. And I'm just tired of that in books. So I was putting this aside because it was kind of overshadowing the fantasy aspect for me. And then I tried reading Monarch Rising. That actually had some racial fetishy shit in it that made me feel uncomfortable. It was already weird because I'm okay, we're following this Black main character. This is the world in our Earth in the future. Everybody around her is not Black except her family. Whatever. And I'm the 2 girls who were being set up as rivals were beautiful blonde white girls, and then the main love interest, who's also a main POV character, is a broody, sad, traumatized white boy, which everybody in this world is traumatized just by the nature of it. It's a dystopian novel, but there was some weird emphasis on his German features and his pale skin, and then around the part where I stopped, after one encounter with him, we have the MC fantasizing about him giving her her first white kiss, and it specifically said white kisses, and I'm I'm good. I just don't need Trauma Fest with also idolizing whiteness. And I had read a review from one of my mutuals on Goodreads, and she said there was some racial fetishy stuff going on in the book that she disliked. So I'm good. So I decided to go back to my comfort lately, which is Cozy Mysteries, and I borrowed one from Hoopla. It's beginning to look a lot like Murder, which is actually, it's funny because last year when it came out I saw the cover and I was like, oh, it looks so cute, I really want to read that one, but I didn't want to like borrow it when I saw it on NetGalley, so I'm like, I'll read it eventually. Cozies I kind of have to be in the mood to read, and I was like all over the place last fall into early winter. So now I started this series with this Italian mob family living in Queens, and it's really good so far. So this one is book 3. I think the Christmas setting is fine for me because I love Christmas. I always get excited about it, and even though some people are like, oh, it's too early, I'm like, no, once it gets cold, like, I have that feeling. So far it's a really good listen, even though I'm not that far into it, and I think it's going to be a good time. And my next book that I want to read is The Seed of Cain by Agnes Gomillion. So after I get a decent way into it's beginning to look a lot like Murder, I want to start that one because I really do want to finish the Record Keeper series. So that's my check-in for now. I will probably check back in with you when I'm done with work. Hey guys. So right now I'm chilling outside the post office. I need to get in before it closes, but I'm here to mail out some books. I promised Shay I would mail her some books that I was going to unhaul. So I have Summoning Up Love here by Cynthia Williams, and I talk about this book all the time. It's a romance that I really enjoyed that came out earlier this year. And then Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen, which is a YA fantasy that's inspired by The Little Mermaid. So I'm gonna go head in and mail these out. Hey everybody, I'm back, and right now it's like 6:30 in the morning. I am prepping to go to Philadelphia today. I'm taking the Amtrak for the first time, so fingers crossed everything goes well. But I'm just trying to see the city today. I do want to go to an independent bookstore, specifically a Black-owned bookstore. So I'm trying to see if I can get to stop by Harriet's bookstore today. And I'm going to be meeting up with a booktube friend. So I want to kind of take you guys along on the journey. Maybe I'll be able to show you guys a little bit of footage from that trip. So yeah, I'm really excited for things to come. Hoping today goes well, and I'll definitely see if I can check in with you guys later. Okay guys, so I arrived in Philadelphia. Right now I'm outside the Amtrak station waiting for my ride, and I'm super excited to see how today goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. everybody, so I'm back and I didn't check back in the past couple of days. I've been really busy, okay? It's been a really busy past couple of days. Today I was working, I was having internet connection issues, which was not fun. So I'm doing this update at night because I'm like, I need to do this update. And yesterday I went to Philadelphia and I had a great time. I got to meet up with Ray from the Bookmark Chronicles, and I know we often talk about like booktube like it's not real life, and to an extent it's not, because people are only seeing one side of you, but you do like get to talking to these people, and sometimes they know stuff about you that your own like close family and friends might not, and like they see another side to you. So it was really cool to meet somebody like from the booktube space in person, spend some time together and have conversations. So that was a lot of fun going around the city with her. We went to Harriet's Bookshop, which is a Black-owned bookshop. So I don't have any indie bookstores around where I live. I'm so used to buying my books online because we have Barnes and Nobles, but then I'm so used to Barnes and Noble not having any of the books that I want to read anyway. And I just got used to buying books online, plus it's cheaper to buy books online. If I don't buy them, I get them from the library, or a lot I've been getting just from publishers this year, so I haven't really had to do as much buying outside of the picture books. So it was cool to walk into a bookstore that was a little bit different. Like, I really liked the way it's designed in there, and I did find a book. I actually did purchase a book. I found a book that I didn't know about, which is kind of rare for me. So I did get to discover something new. So I bought this book for my niece. It is Lulu and Zoe, A Sister Story. And I know my one niece is going to love it. She's really engaged in books right now. She's the one, like, if you follow me on Twitter, I was talking about how she is curating her brown girl bookshelf, and it's because I give her books for Christmas and her birthday, and sometimes I sprinkle it throughout the year giving her books, and she really is into books right now. So she told her mom, she's like, I'm making my brown girl bookshelf, and I'm really proud of her just to be 5 years old and think like that and want to see girls who look like her in stories. And so like in this one, she's gonna see a girl who looks like her and her sister, and yeah, I'm excited for her, and I've been trying to help her curate her bookshelf. So people were really amazing for my birthday recently. I felt kind of weird dropping a book list, because I'm like, I don't know, it's like asking people for books when it's like, well, you have money to buy stuff. But I was actually really surprised. A lot of people donated, and I got most of my wish list bought, which is great because, so I have 10 kids I buy books for because I'm like the designated book buyer of my family and friends. And I try to get these kids diverse books, like with people who like look like them in the stories. And that's not something that non-readers will always think about. So I try to give them all books, and I'm splitting these books equally between my nieces, and hopefully they really enjoy them. But people were so generous. They donated so many books, and I'm just really grateful for that, because that, like, I was telling my cousin about it, and she's like, that's amazing. Like, you have all those people who follow you and like what you post and are willing to buy those for you because you said your nieces needed to read more. So that's what I got from Harriet's. And oh, they also gave me this little bookmark. And on the back it says, the human mind is the most powerful concealed weapon. So after Harriet's, we went to Amalgam Comics, which is a Black-owned bookstore, a Black-owned comic book store. and they're actually closing, like, I think this upcoming week. So I was lucky enough to see a series that I was interested in, and I got the books to, like, the price I would have paid for one. I got two, so that was pretty cool. And I've been following Olivia Stevens since Artie and the Wolf Moon, and I read like some of her little comics and liked them. And I follow her on Patreon because I'm trying to support her upcoming comic. But I had heard about this one a couple of months ago when it released, and I saw it like on the shelf and instantly recognized it. I'm like, ooh, I have to get it while I'm here. So that's The Tiger's Ton. This is issue number 1. And this is issue number 2. I think there's only 2 issues right now. I'm not sure, I need to double check, but they only had 2 issues. So I can't wait to start it and see what it's about. And as far as reading, I'm trying to read different things. So like I want to read more comics, definitely. So this is a good start. And I want to read more indie fantasy. That I'm definitely going to make that my next year goal, and I'm really going to try hard to actually follow my goals for the upcoming year. And Philadelphia was a lot of fun. Had a really great time there. And as far as reading, I finished the book I was reading the other day, which was It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Murder, which is by Maria DeRico. It is book 3 in the Catering Hall mystery series, which is just a really fun, cozy mystery about a mafia family that has gone legit by opening a catering hall, even though that totally sounds like a mob, it totally sounds like a mob front. But that was a Christmas book, so it's kind of like perfect for the cold weather. I love Christmas. I don't mind reading Christmas any time of year, and they're putting the decorations out now in stores, so I'm like super excited about that. But I definitely want to read more Christmas books this year and put together a little list of my favorites. So this series has been a lot of fun for me. It's all on Hoopla. They have all the audiobooks there, so I've been able to sit there and listen. And it's been one of the only things that's really been catching my attention lately. However, so Kindle Vella is letting you listen to their books for free right now, and Kindle Vella is a different kind of format because authors can publish there and release these chapters in like an episode type format. So they release like a chapter a week or whatever schedule they wanted to do. And I haven't read anything like that in a while, but I really wanted to read The Vanished Witch by A.J. Locke because I read her book Magic Dark, Magic Divine last year, and I reread it this year, and it just gave me like feeling that I wasn't getting from a lot of fantasy, because it was like giving me some of that lightheartedness I need, even though the stakes are still pretty high. And The Vanished Witch, I'm on episode 16 so far, and I'm really enjoying this unique world. So it follows this witch named Catane, and so almost everybody in this series is black too, which is a plus. But it follows this witch named Catane. She is a vanished witch, which means she has the power to vanish objects and people. She's not really supposed to have the powers to vanish people. What happened is witches are born with a small amount of magic, and then they have the connection to these Lee lines that they're supposed to increase their powers over time, but some witches tried to use the Lee lines to their advantage, and what ended up happening is then all witches born thereafter had lesser magic, and their magic wasn't actually growing. But there's an exception where there are some witches who have stronger magic than others, and they have to keep that magic hidden. So she has stronger powers than other vanished witches and is able to vanish people. So she was using her vanish powers to get rid of bad guys when she accidentally vanished her boyfriend. So she's dealing with the grief and loss from that. And where I am right now, it's gotten really juicy, so I can't wait to hop back in. it's definitely going to be like an unfinished series because it's not done yet. There's 25 episodes and another one is releasing this weekend. But that's where I'm at. I just wanted to wrap up this vlog and let you know how the week has been going for me. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!